looks like something that belongs in a church, like a prayer book, and this looks like Barbie Solves Mysteries. Hi guys, I'm here today to do a dual review of A Great Deliverance by Elizabeth George and Crocodile on the Sandbank by Elizabeth Peters. I'll just talk about Crocodile on the Sandbank first. This was by Elizabeth Peters. Oh, and before I go on, I did both of these as buddy reads with Kate over at the Novel Nomad. So, this book is not quite as cheesy as the cover makes it look. I think this is so funny because it takes place in the 20s and the cover makes it look like 80s Barbie is solving mysteries. Anyhow, this is the first in the Amelia Peabody series, which I had heard recommended. Very, very huge recommendation from Leanne over at Books and Babel, and I'll of course link her channel down below, and she just kept talking about it, so I wanted to check it out for myself, and boy am I glad I did. This was, both of these were mysteries that as soon as I was done reading them, I added the rest of the series to my mystery TBR. That is how much I enjoyed this. So this follows Amelia Peabody, who is a, hopefully wants to be an Egyptologist, archaeologist. He ends up traveling to Egypt and just has all sorts of crazy adventures there, and there is a ghost that keeps showing up where she is, and so she wants to find out the mystery of the ghost. Who is this ghost and what is going on? And along the way there is some romance, which was such a fun element to add because not all mysteries have that, and it was just very sweet, and I thought very classy the way it was done, was very organic the way it flowed in, and then also so many humorous things about this. This was just a really great light-hearted mystery. If you haven't read that many mysteries and you're wanting something more light and fun, I would definitely recommend this. And then I think there are 19 books in the Amelia Peabody series, which is so fun, and I just think it's wonderful. Elizabeth Peters, the author, was actually an Egyptologist herself, so really neat that she's writing about this setting that she really knows about. And I've read hardly any books that take place in Egypt, so it was really fun to feel like I had traveled there somewhat. Another fun element of this is Amelia ends up taking along with her to Egypt Evelyn, who she befriends, and they become really close friends. Really need to see their friendship together. So yes, just thoroughly enjoyable and just good old-fashioned fun. So like I said, I added the rest of the series to my TBR, and I'm just so thoroughly thrilled by this series and really looking forward to reading more of it. And then the next one that I read with Kate was A Great Deliverance by Elizabeth George, and this is the first in the Inspector Lynley series. So I don't know if you have seen that series advertised on television, but they've done some of the books as TV episodes, and so that intrigued me. I was so pleasantly surprised by how much better this was than the TV series, because I enjoyed the TV series and it intrigued me to read this, but this was just on a whole other level. The way the characters of Lynley and his partner Havers were just thoroughly studied, that Elizabeth George just knew her character so well, blew me away. So this starts out where Roberta Taze, someone walks into her family's barn, and she is sitting in the barn with a bloodied axe, and her father is dead, and she says, "I did it and I'm not sorry." And everyone knows that she actually didn't do it. So Havers and Lynley are called to the case to figure out who actually did the murder. And what was really interesting too is that the character of Barbara Havers has a lot of trouble getting along with other people and has not been able to successfully work on cases with other detective inspectors, and so they pair her with Lynley, and they think that they'll actually do well together, or they're not sure why they're paired together. Anyhow, this was a very, very gritty and such an extremely well thought out book and such a well thought out mystery, and it was totally on the Ruth Rendell level for me with how it blew me away with the mystery, and several twists and turns and characters come into play, and it was just thoroughly thrilling, and I had so much fun reading it with Kate. And there's actually a symphony that's referenced in this by Prokofiev, I think that's how you say it. I will link the symphony down below, but Kate pointed out to me that they referenced that symphony, and they were riding in the car and, you know, were talking about it, and I put it, and she told me I should listen to it while I was reading. It was such perfect mystery reading music. This is just an extremely sophisticated mystery and very well thought out. And what's interesting to me is Elizabeth George is an American writing a British mystery, so I was really like, okay, you gotta impress me. You're writing about a place that you don't live full time, and she did a superb job. So I'd be very curious to hear from someone anyone who is from England, if they've read one of these, what they think of them. So yes, those are my 2 mysteries that I am very, very enthusiastic about. You guys enjoyed hearing about those, and I will continue to tell you about all of the mysteries that I read, and I will see you guys for another video soon. Bye-bye.